this is Nick Nilsson, Mad Scientist of Muscle, and the ab exercise I've got for you here is going to wish you'd never been born. This one is absolutely phenomenal for building anti-rotational and torque protecting core strength. What you're going to be doing here is a combination exercise. It is a cable pull down combined with a dumbbell press, done simultaneously. Now, if you can imagine this, you're basically doing that movement with heavy weight. It is literally going to feel like a giant is grabbing you here and ripping you right across your entire midsection. And I mean that in a good way, because literally the first time I tried this one, I was sore for 3 days. I could not believe how effective this one was. So you're going to want to try this. You're going to also want to start lighter than I've got here. I've got a 105-pound dumbbell and I put 110 pounds on the pull-down stack. You want to have about even weight here, so you're really distributing everything evenly across your sides. Now, when you're doing this one, do start with moderate reps, 6 to 8 reps. I'm actually going to do low reps on this. Set the dumbbell down, rest, and then switch up and do the other side. So I'm going to do 3 to 4 reps on here, set the dumbbell down, take about a minute rest, and then do the other side. Your core is going to be very well trashed by the end of this. And while you're doing it, it's literally going to feel, like I said, either like a giant is shredding you across the midsection, or that same giant is wringing you out just like a wet towel. So now that I've made you really want to do this one, here's what this thing looks like. And you're going to find out why I call it the ab ripper, which is basically the main reason I want you to start light the first time you do this one. So get your dumbbell into position. Now you can see with the bench here, I've got it set perpendicular rather than straight up and down. The reason for this is you actually want to have your upper arm resting on the bench, because you really don't need full range of motion for the press. You basically are just looking for that alternating pattern of movement and the torque going through here. So we're not necessarily looking for full range on the chest. We're looking for ease of movement here of using the exercise. And this is the easiest way to get into position, by setting the bench like this. So without any yakking, here's what it looks like. Get into position. Now, as you can see, got my upper arm resting on the bench here. I can actually reach this because I've got it on a chain. If you can't reach it, you're going to need to grab that handle, get into position, and then get your dumbbells down into position. I'll show you that with a lighter weight here as well. So set your feet out nice and wide, and then now, take a brief rest here, and I'll explain a little bit more about why you want to do that. Why would you on earth possibly want to do that? Basically, this is especially good for athletes. Think about it. If you're a fighter, that's what you're doing. You're transferring force from your legs through your core into your upper body. If you're a fighter and you're just punching like this, you have no power. You're putting your whole body weight into it. This midsection, this rotation, that transfers the power. So the stronger that transfer of power is, the more power you're going to deliver on the other end. This is true. Any throwing movement, basically anything that transfers power from lower body to upper body, this is ideal. So, can't wait to do the next set. Now, when you're doing this one, like I said, take about a minute rest. Treat this one as an abdominal exercise, even though it does work your back and chest. We're not necessarily looking for full range of motion, like I said, either on the press or on the pull. We're just looking for that massive torque through the midsection. So, now if I were to be doing this with the higher up handle, like on a regular high pulley, I would first get the dumbbell right here, then I would grab the handle, and then kick that into position up here. And that's something you want to practice with a lighter weight. Ideally, when you're using heavier weights like this, extension, ideal. So get your feet set, and then that's the exercise. And to answer your question, yes, it is as painful as it looks and sounds. This one is a killer exercise for your core. Beyond just the athletics, it is going to develop a nice tight waist because of that rotational and anti-rotational component to the exercise. So if you give this one a try, feel free to let me know. You're going to be cursing me for 2 to 3 days after this the first time you try this one.